Hi everyone, and welcome to a tutorial how to make the BTS light boxes. What you'll need is the template, of course, then a cutting mat. You can also use a cutting board from your kitchen, if you will, or even just a cardboard. Just make sure you don't damage your tables. X-Actonize, it can be any kind. If you have like the long metal one, I recommend wrapping it up because it can hurt your fingers a lot, or just like a regular like this. LED lights. Then I use this kind of 3mm thick cutting foam board, which I then cut into strips and glue together to make a frame that then supports the layers. And then you'll need some kind of frame. I'm using this frame from IKEA, which is about an A4 size, which is a standard paper size. When you're choosing a frame that's not from IKEA, if you find any other frame, make sure it's deep because it has to fit all the layers. I'm using the one from IKEA because it's perfect, because it includes this plastic frame in it to make it deep, and I wrap the LED lights around it, which makes like a perfect frame to just insert in and have it light up, and it fits perfect and everything. Okay, let's get started. What I also forgot to mention that you might need is this double-sided tape, some kind of double-sided tape. A thin one that you will use to glue these frames. You won't need it for every light box, but you will need it probably for the birthday ones, for the history of each member, because what you didn't see in my Jimin video, which was the first one that I ever did, was that I actually found out that the lights wasn't coming out well through the first layer because it's just a small window. So what I ended up doing, and what you will see here, is that I cut it off like around here, so the lights will come out from the bottom. So that means that there was only framing at the top, and to make sure it doesn't fall down or it just holds still and everything like fits perfectly, I taped it up like on the sides because, you know, there is no support from the bottom. So yeah. So if you do the birthday ones, also get some kind of double-sided tape or glue. I think the tape is very good to use. Also, if you don't have the framing, if you don't have any kind of foam or carton, you can just use normal carton, which is like around 3mm. I don't know how much in inches that is. Just like not that thick. You can use this kind of like a foamy double-sided tape. Maybe like stack two on top of each other. That should be around 3mm. And that should work well. So let's get started. The first thing you'll do is print out the templates on a bit of a thicker paper. It's not just regular paper. I think this is around like 180 grams. I'm honestly not sure. Check with your printer how heavy the paper can be and go as heavy as you can go because that's gonna hold nicely. The templates are all flipped, so when you cut it out, no lines are gonna be seen on this the proper side, the ones that's gonna be showing. That's why everything is flipped, so don't worry about that. And of course, as you can figure it out, cut out only the inside parts. It will make sense basically. And if you ever are confused which parts you're supposed to cut out, just watch my tutorials, watch my videos that I post on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and you can kind of see how it's supposed to look like. I'll cut everything out now, and I'll see you once it's done. Okay, so now everything is nicely cut out. Perfect. If you mess up, then like don't worry, just print it out again and try again. It should be fun, it shouldn't be stressful. here's one specific thing that I did with Vuto, which is, you can see the ice are floating. I used a very clear tape to put it over so the eyes stay floating, and hopefully, I don't know if it will work, I hope it does, you won't be able to see the tape at all because it's like very clear. It's this kind of tape. I don't know if it's, I just bought it one time in a craft store. I have no idea what kind of tape it is, but it's also very strong. It's like a very hard or sturdy, you can see, and it's very clear, so I used that. And now that everything is nicely cut out, we can start stacking it. Okay, so we start stacking. You stack it so the ugly side, or like the ones that you can see the lines that you were cutting out, is towards you. I would recommend the first one, for the first one, to use the tape so it's nice and secure so it doesn't curl. My paper started curling after putting it in the printer. If yours doesn't, that's great, good for you, mine does. So I will start by putting tapes on top and the bottom just to make sure it holds nicely. Also, if you like happen to have these kind of craft tweezers, they're a lifesaver. I love them. I use them for everything. They're like my second set of fingers, so I highly recommend them. Okay, so I put it all around like here. Just small pieces is okay, and I'm just gonna, now we have the first one and we start stacking the rest. If you want, you can tape them all down so it holds nicely. I don't want to do that right now because I don't feel like I need to. And because we want to let more light in, I cut out like a specific smaller frame that doesn't have the bottom, so the light can go through there. And we're gonna tape it out actually on top, which I don't want to do right now. I will just show you how to stack it all up. Okay, now, because now we're like 3 frames in, which are taller, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take 3 little pieces and I'm gonna glue them together so we can have a support from the bottom. So now I have this little thing. I'm gonna put it over here. The plain paper. So now that we have the normal paper on top, we're gonna put the lights in. Here is the issue with the heads, with the birthday ones. This frame is not deep enough to support like 6-7 layers of the foam, so it's sticking out, you know, like you see it doesn't fit in perfectly. What I'm gonna do is put this on normally. Another thing that you have to do is cut out this little hole, because the wire from the lights has to go somewhere, right? So just make a hole here or whatever you put your lights in. Anyway, I'm gonna put in this thing. Oh, first I'm gonna connect the lights. Now let's hope it works. And I'm gonna put the cover on top and put it through the hole. So now that we have that, you can either surround the thing with a foam or like a carton or something, because you have to tape out the sides so the light can go only through one place, which is the front. And then, because I have more of these than one, because I use these quite a bit, is I'm gonna put a second frame, the same frame as the IKEA one, over it. And now I'm gonna tape out the sides and probably like stuff it a bit here so it doesn't leak any light and it holds nicely. And now I'm gonna gonna show you how it looks at the end. And here it is. As you can see, the lights are turned on for sure. I think it turned out great. As you can see, as you can like tell probably, this is my first time ever making a tutorial where I'm actually supposed to tell you what I'm doing and I just do it. I think it turned out great. I hope that if you do make these, it turns out great as well. It's really fun to make. And if you have any questions or any issues, feel free to DM me. I will most likely answer on Instagram. That's where I check them the most, or like the app that I understand the most. Also on Twitter, that's like my main army place to be. But I don't check the DMs there because, you know, Elon is doing stuff with that app and it's not working properly. Last thing I want to say is that I hope you have fun while you make these. Be patient. If you mess up, it doesn't matter. Just print it out again and try again. It's really fun to make, and it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be cute. So I hope you have fun while you make it, and I will come up with more of these. Of course, I'm gonna be doing these for every birthday. And because Namkook's birthday is too late, I started doing these with Jimin. So I kind of missed Namkook. Is that I'm gonna do them earlier than their birthday, so we have like the whole set together by March. So I hope you understood everything I said. I hope it made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. I will try to answer everything. Hey, have fun.